Okay, welcome back everyone. So in this video we are going to be learning about callbacks. So we're going to create a file called callbacks.js. So now what we are going to do is, now I'm going to introduce you to a couple of things in here. So suppose first of all let's declare a variable called fruits and give it some fruits, say apple, banana, orange. So now I'm going to call a function, I'm going to create a function named const get fruits and what this function will basically do is it'll iterate through this entire fruits. So it'll be like for fruits dot for each Okay, so what this basically this get fruits function does is it loops through the fruits array and it prints it. It prints each element of it. So now we're gonna call get fruits and run the program, and you see apple, banana and orange. So now I'm going to introduce you to something called a set timeout function. So I'm going to do a set timeout. So now I'm going to explain what this means, but before that let me get the syntax correct. So what the set timeout does is it executes this set of code after 1000 milliseconds. So 1000 milliseconds basically makes up 1 second. So this thing is gonna get executed after 1 second of running. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it again. So we're gonna wait for some time and then it prints it. So you see that delay that happens to set timeout. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some other function known as const post fruit. What this does is it takes a fruit I'm going to give a set timeout to this too, as you can see. And I'm going to give it 2000 milliseconds here, and I'm gonna do fruits dot push, and I'm gonna push of the data with the which we are getting here, which is the fruit. Alright, so now I'm gonna run this. First I'm going to call post fruit, say kiwi, and then get fruit, and now see what is going to happen. What will happen is it'll print apple, banana and orange, and it won't print kiwi. Now I'll tell you why this is happening. So when we did a set timeout here in 1 millisecond, what happened actually in this program is that this post fruit took 2 seconds to execute and get fruit took 1 second to execute. So get fruits got executed, it was already got printed, and a program ended. So now what can you do to prevent this? What can you do so that all of your 4 fruits are printed now? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to something known as callbacks. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pass another parameter here called callback, and we're going to do fruits.pushFruit, and then we are going to call callback, something like this. And while calling the function, what we're going to do is we're going to do kiwi, and then we're going to do get fruits. And now when we run this, we wait for some time, and all 4 are printed. So what basically callback is basically a function passed in the parameter of another function. So what will happen in this is first it will push the fruit, and then this callback is called. Now what is this callback? This callback is basically a parameter in the function, and what we are passing as a parameter is this get fruits function here. So when calls the callback something like this. This function gets invoked, and this gets executed only after this float is pushed, which you've given here as kiwi, and hence apple, banana, orange and kiwi, all of them have been printed. So this was one way to deal with something like this. In the next video we're going to be talking about promises, which is another way to deal with something like a situation like this. So see you in the next video and stay tuned.